And look, when it comes to these trucking companies, if you let them get to you, they will. If you let them stress you out, they will. They will send you to an early grave. That stress over that road is really bad for you because you start to neglect yourself. You start to create bad habits. You start waking up doing things you don't normally do because you're on the road depressed. You're on the road going through it. And a lot of times, these companies, they know how to get you stressed. They know how to treat you like a slave. And if you let them, they will do it. Truck workers are prone to obesity, diabetes, lung cancer, trouble sleeping, and other physical problems. These illnesses are often the result of the high percentage of drivers that smoke and eat fast food and the lack of proper diet and sleep. Look, don't let these trucking companies have you out there smoking 2 packs of cigarette, 2 times a week. Don't let these trucking companies do that. Don't let them drive you into the ground. That's why I make these videos, because I have to keep reminding y'all, because you got to be real. A lot of people don't care about truck drivers. They just care about you making them money, and that's it. They care about their truck. So I have to make this content because I actually care. I started driving trucks when I was 23 years old, and I've been through it all. And like I say on a lot of my videos, the way to ease your stress, when you first get into trucking, to my people that's first getting in, you start in 2025 or you starting this month, go hard. I know you might have kids. I know you might be married, but look, your family got to understand, you got to get to it. You got to get to the grind. So go hard those first 3 years, those first 2 years, even 1 year at minimum. Go hard. Still get your home time here and there, but your family got to know you have to get it, because you don't want to be on that road stressed out. And when you have money in your pockets, you feel good about being on the road. You less stressed. And the reason why I say take that sacrifice at least 1 year minimum, because a lot of times these companies will try to play in your face like you don't have bills, like you don't have to pay child support, like you don't have mortgage, like you don't have rent. They'll play in your face, especially when you're black. And look, you don't want to be on that road being a desperate driver. You don't want to be a desperate driver, one of those drivers where you need this load to go on your check. So you got to drive through a blizzard with ice on the road. You don't want to be that driver. I'm telling you, I used to be that driver when I first started driving trucks. You don't want to be that. You want to be on the road. If you want to take this load, if it's safe, you can take it. If it's not safe, you tell your company, look, I'm not moving this truck until the ice is gone off the road. I'm not moving this truck until the storm pass. And look, I have a lot of people still asking me, is it still worth it to get a CDL? I say it's still worth it. It's just like any other job. It's not going to be perfect. But what I tell you is, don't get comfortable, because soon as you brag on a company, as soon as you start telling your people, oh man, this is the greatest company ever, I promise you, it never fails. They will start being on some BS. It just always happens like that. So I don't care if you go to Swift, I don't care if you go to Schneider, I don't care if you go to Prime, I don't care if you go to Warner, I don't care if you go to CR England. They all the same companies. The only difference is, what are you working for? What is your motivation? What type of life you want? And at all these jobs, they have one thing in common. A lot of these Caucasians don't want you doing better than them. If you black, they don't want you doing better than them. So they not going to give you the best of the best loads. They might give you a week of good loads, but when they see you making that money, making that bread, they going to start playing games. So that's why I tell you, take that 1 year to 3 years and really grind. So when they play games, oh, you can just up and leave because you got money in the bank already. You not stressing. You don't have to kiss their ass. See, a lot of truck drivers have to kiss ass to make money, and it always backfires on them. And look, in this game, you want to always have options. Get your endorsements. Have other skills, because once this company, even if you're working for like a small trucking company, a family-owned trucking company, once they see that you need them, they will abuse it. It's just something about people. Once they see that you need them, they go take advantage of you. So never show them that you need them. Now, when you first starting out trucking, of course, you got to go through the changes, go through the years and stuff like that. But once you get past that 1 year and you grind, you got your money saved up, you got some experience, don't let these companies know that you need them. Have your endorsements, have options, never get comfortable. And I always tell you, I don't care if you've been driving 10 years. I don't care if you just started driving. Your respect is everything. See, a lot of people, a lot of truckers on the road, especially like new truck drivers, They get a lot of disrespect from the dispatchers, and people tell you, oh man, you got to go through that. Look, bro, you don't have to go through nobody talking to you like you crazy. Because I always tell y'all, these people going home to their family. Your dispatchers, the owner of these companies, they going home to their families every day. You on the road in the wintertime, in the blizzard, in the snow, away from your family, putting your life on the line. So you demand respect at all times. And when you demand respect all the times, you go see a change. They go treat you different. They go talk to you different. And the biggest change is you get to sleep at night. Somebody ever talk to you crazy and like you just let it slide and it's just weighing on your soul and you just want to crash out? I'm telling you, always speak your mind. You don't have to be disrespectful, but always speak your mind. Respect is the biggest thing in this trucking field. Do not let these people talk to you crazy. And that's why I always say, always have some money saved up, at least 2,500 saved up. So if they playing games with you, they try to control you for real, you can leave that truck where it's at. First, you can find another job. And you can leave that truck where it's at and go to your next job without no problems. Trucking companies can scam drivers through various tactics, including not paying proper wages, manipulating hours of service, failing to provide adequate maintenance on trucks, charging excessive fees for services like fuel and advances, offering fake job opportunities with inflated pay, and using deceptive recruiting practices. Essentially taking advantage of drivers' need for work and exploiting potential vulnerabilities in the industry. And look, I want to just keep it honest with y'all because you will never see a video like this on YouTube because a lot of truck drivers are scared to tell the truth about these companies. And that's what keeps us going through this cycle. That's what keeps a lot of drivers coming to a company that lied to you. Oh, you gonna make this much. I'm telling you, tomorrow I got a video dropping about a company. I'm gonna talk about Chicago companies and how they try to scam a lot of drivers because they know a lot of drivers going through it and they come to Chicago to really grind, to get back on their feet, and they take advantage of that. A lot of these companies take advantage of truck drivers. And in my opinion, the biggest advantage they take, the biggest manipulation is, something like what Prime does. They get a lot of new drivers and they force them, they try to manipulate them into joining the leasing program. Why would you tell a new driver who never drove, who never, did the math on fuel, maintenance, and all that? Why would you tell a new driver to join a leasing program? Because they want to scam you. They want you to make all these mistakes. Every mistake you make, they make more money from it. Every mistake you make, it comes out of your check. They do it on purpose. In my opinion, if you just started driving trucks, I wouldn't do no leasing program. Yeah, they're gonna get you with, oh, you can make 2,500 to 3,000. It's all a cap. Now you got some drivers who can do it because they probably got family members, they got experience, or they just out there, they learn quick. But for the most part, a lot of drivers will be broke every week. A lot of drivers will be slaves to that leasing program, and they know this because you a new driver. I feel like in 2025, it's time for us to start holding these trucking companies accountable. So when you go to these trucking companies, everything they tell you in orientation is a lie. But that's why I told you your first 3 years, that 3 year grind, that 2 year grind, at minimum, that 1 year grind. All those grinds are going to keep you to where you can speak your mind, to where you don't have to, how can I put this? You don't have to kiss ass, man. You don't have to just take any load they want you to take because you on the road broke, because this the only job you got, because you don't have any endorsements. And see, as black truck drivers, we have to worry about sundown towns. We have to worry about driving in the winter because a lot of times we don't rock with that snow. We don't rock with places like Montana, South Dakota. We ain't used to that. Our soul can't connect to that. So we gotta deal with all these different stuff. Plus, you gotta deal with these dispatchers trying to mistreat you and trying to talk to you anyway. And not just the dispatchers, it's the brokers also because they so disrespectful these days and they lie so much. And like I always tell you, on this road, on that road, your mental health, your peace, your physical health, and getting your money are the most important things. Don't let anything come between that. I don't care if it's these companies. I don't care if it's at people at home. Don't let nothing come between that. When you in that truck, you are locked in. That's your world now. And in America, because they take taxes out of your money, they take the benefits out. So you really gotta keep working because the more you make, the more they take. But I found the key. You really have to grind at least those 3 years, or at minimum that 1 year. You gotta go hard for 1 year straight so you can be ahead. So people can't talk to you anyway. They can't tell you, oh, take this load. They can't tell you, oh, you can't go home. Oh, look, when I want to go home, I'm going home. This 2024, we're going to 2025. Dog, this ain't slavery. I want to see my family. I want to see my family. These, like I say, these dispatchers, these companies, they see their family every day. It don't take you 3 weeks to be on the road. That shit is over with. Now, when you first started, look, don't complain. When you first started, don't complain. But the only thing I say, don't let these people disrespect you, because a lot of people say, oh man, you have to go through that. No, you don't. I'm on this road. You better respect me every day. So being on that road, do not let these trucking companies stress you out. For my people that's just starting, you go start in 2025, or you starting in December, don't let these people stress you out. They go try. They go try to overwhelm you. They go try to give you too much work. If you feel like it's too much, if you feel like you sleepy, pull that truck over, go to sleep. Your sleep is important. Always remember that. Like I say, I will always have love for trucking because it's nothing like that open road. It's nothing like being on that road. You got some money in your pocket. You're not stressing about life. You got a plan. You got a vision. You create a vision board. It's nothing like that feeling. So I will always have love for my truck drivers, and I will always make these videos. And like I said, tomorrow we going in on those Chicago companies because a lot of them been getting away with some sleazy shit. I'm out.